Louisville. Pam wants to express her feelings for the great honor that it has been to be crowned your Fall Festival Queen. I'd like to thank all of those who have made it an enjoyable year. Let's give Pam a big hand of applause. I'm going to introduce this year's Queen candidates and their escorts for one more time before we announce the second and the first runners-up, and then the Fall Festival Queen for the year 1980 and 81. First of all, Maria Danielle Miller is the 16th of Mr. and Mrs. Roger Miller of Louisville. She is a junior in high school. Maria's sponsor is the Wabash Telephone, and her escort is David Solzberger, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jim Solzberger. Next we have Kathy Sue Coleman, the 17-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Coleman of rural Louisville. Kathy is a senior in high school. Her sponsor is the Future Farmers of America. Kathy's escort is Dennis Birch, son of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Birch of Bible Grove. Kay Clemens. She is the 16-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Martin Clemens of Louisville. Brenda is a junior in high school, and her sponsor is Chatterbox and Business Club. Her escort is Rob Reinhardt, son of Mr. and Mrs. Lowell Reinhardt of Louisville. 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Stagg of rural Mason. She is a senior in high school. Teresa's sponsor is Spanish Club, and her escort is Todd Galloway, son of Mr. and Mrs. Garland Galloway of Bible Grove. Bickley is the 16-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Dow of Louisville. Kim is a junior in high school, and her sponsor is the Future Homemakers of America. Kim's escort is Mike Bailey, son of Betty Bailey and Fred Bailey. She is the 15-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William Coble of Louisville. She is a junior in high school, and her sponsor is Rotary Club. Tammy's escort is David Birch, son of Mr. and Mrs. Reggie Birch of Bible Grove. Renee Woods is a 15-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Lappington of rural Louisville. She is a sophomore in high school. Her sponsor is Lions Club. Sanja's escort is Donnie Johnson, son of Mr. and Mrs. Joe Boswell of Louisville. Catherine Sue Carter. She is a 17-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Howard Carter of rural Louisville. Kathy is a senior in high school. Her sponsor is the Ruatan Club. Her escort is Doug Harrison, son of Mr. and Mrs. T.W. Harrison of Louisville. She is the 15-year-old daughter of Sherry and Vaughn Booth. Crystal is a sophomore in high school. Her sponsor is American Legion. Crystal's escort is Stephen Miller, son of Mr. and Mrs. Danny Miller of Louisville. Let's give them all a real fine hand. We don't want to detain you at this time. We know what you've come here for this afternoon. You're going to find out, along with me, for the very first time, who are our second and first runners-up, and then who will be the Fall Festival Queen for the years 1980 and 81. Where somebody can come out here and hand me these trophies, Pam or one of you ladies, runner-up. these trophies to the second runner-up. Second runner-up is Brenda Clemens. Brenda Clemens. Brenda? Congratulations. Okay, now for our first runner-up position. Of course, this one would serve in the event that for some reason our winner would not be able to serve next year. The first runner-up, Kim Bickley. Okay, the suspense is building. 1980 Fall Festival Queen for Louisville is Sonia Wood. Let's give all the girls a big round of applause again. Okay, we're going to be having the girls go inside because the weather and your pictures will be taken in there. So why don't the escorts lead the girls on inside. We ask you to hang around the announcements. Napa, Linda's Beauty Shop, Morgan Hardware, Gary's Auto Sales, Stag's Farm Equipment, Ray Summers.
We'd like to interview the 1980 Queen.
Hi, I'm Sandra Renee Woods. My parents are Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Lappington of rural Louisville. And I'm proud to be the 1980-81 Fair Queen, or Fall Festival Queen. Thank you.
Was it a bit of a surprise?
Yes, it was.
Congratulations.
Thank you.